Now you may be thinking that this scene looks rather familiar, because last year we came here to Bruntingthorpe with a 911 and a Corvette and had ourselves a race. Back then, well, the Porsche somewhat embarrassed the Corvette, but the Americans have been away, had a rethink, now they're back and ready for a rematch. Because what we've got here today is the new ZR1. With a 6.2 litre supercharged V8, it produces 638 brake horsepower and over 600 pound-foot of torque. Porsche's contender is unchanged, the mighty GT2. On paper, it's the Corvette that's got the higher power-to-weight ratio and a faster 0 to 60 time. But let's see which is faster today.
3, 2, 1, go!
Let's have one more look at that, but this time in more detail.
3, 2, 1, go!
Right, sure enough, got an early lead, up to third gear. I've also got change-up lights and a slightly better gearbox, which is the ZR1.
The traction in this is just not as good as the Porsche. Every time I get a gear, I slightly gain on him, and every time I take a shift, he pulls out a bit. But you know what, we're gaining again as it passes 170 on the speedo.
It's not edging away. Up to 6 now. And now he's got an advantage.
180 on the speedo, 190. I'm going to need another gear. And that is still ahead, just 200 on the speedo. We go faster than he is, and that is enough for me.
So it was close, but once again, victory goes to the Porsche GT2. So Matt, do you think you got the best out of it? Did you make the best possible start?
Yeah, the thing is, mate, on this surface, I'm sure it'll do 3.6 to 62, but it won't do it on this surface, will it? So, I mean, if you take that out of the equation and do a roll-on, I reckon this is actually quicker.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, yeah.
Could be. All right, well, we'll give it a go.
Okay, it's third gear. In 3, 2, 1, go.
You see, it's close, but I've just got a bit of turbo lag, which just lets him get away. I mean, he's got a bigger engine and a supercharger, just better response. It is close though. But he's just edging away. I've got him on the brakes though. So what have we learnt today? Well, in a straight line fight from a standstill, it's the GT2 that's still the faster car, but only by virtue of a slight traction advantage from its rear engine and some slightly stickier tyres. In a more realistic roll-on performance test, it's actually the Corvette that's faster. So overall, I conclude it's honours even.